Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the greatest known podcast in the known multi-universe. The motherfucking universe. I am Max Lamprey. This is Eddie Law, my brother from another mother. How do you say?
Man, it's getting over the Super Bowl, Ash. Did you get enough Super Bowl, Ash?
I'm closing it. Right, we're done. It's over. We had a good run.
Damn it. I'm just fucking with you. There was enough of that shit going down on Twitter, and it's still going on today. Everybody's talking about it still. So, but anyway, let's talk some fighting, dude. But okay, real quick, it bothered you that much,
dude? It's just right. It doesn't bother me, right? How can I put this? Fuck it, I'll delve in it. Right, what it is, right, is because like with it being an American sport,
right?
I'm cool with all you guys celebrating it. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, it's not as big as the World Cup, but I understand you've got to make your little Super Bowl thing seem important. I get it. I understand, but it's like when I see people, especially over here, it's like everybody, like in the UK now, it's become a thing. It's like it's like St. Patrick's Day. It's like an excuse to get fucking drunk and be a part of something. And it's like there's people who do not know anything about American. I will be one of them. I don't know anything about American football. I couldn't tell you anything. I couldn't tell you how it works, the rule, nothing. I know it's like a fake rugby, but hey, I'm just saying, no pads, my guy.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, isn't it? But the thing is though, is like when I see guys and girls turning around and going like, this team is the greatest. Oh, this is my team. And I'm like, I've never heard you talk about this motherfucking team once in your life. Like, ever.
That same shit happens here. Believe me, that happens here too. Yeah. With the same kind of shit.
So that is literally my thing. Like, I can deal with, like, one of my best friends, he's, is it New Orleans Saints?
Yeah. Saints.
Yeah, he's a Saints fan. He's been a Saints fan for fucking years. I think they came over here like about 10 years ago. That was his team. He's watched them ever since. He keeps up with them, and he can talk the talk. He could have a conversation with you about everything that's going on in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Then there's people that can't. And it's like people will turn around and be like, a few years ago, like there'll be a good Super Bowl, and they'll be like, "Yo, this was the greatest Super Bowl ever," and I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, you had to watch it, man. It was the greatest Super Bowl ever.
Greatest Super Bowl ever. Why, dude? It's the first one I ever watched. Yeah. Oh, shit.
That's what I mean. It's just that's that. Funny. It's just that thing of like.
I totally get it. And it's funny because I fuck with people. I fuck with people on it with, how do I put it? Like, when people are bandwagon fans, especially with this game, right? Everybody was a bandwagon Patriots fan. And I'll make it very, very short. A lot of people are bandwagon Patriot fans because they were like the favorite. Everyone thought for sure they're going to pull it off. Underdog Philly fans, most Philly fans are legit fans, right? But they're also assholes. So I wasn't rooting for anybody. I was like chaos everywhere. Like fucking, like just crazy shit going down. Fucking cats and dogs fighting in the middle of the field. I just want to see some crazy shit. I got that. I was pretty happy. Fun game. It was fucking the chaos left and right. And the Patriots. And we finally get a new winner because I don't hate the Patriots. I can't stand their fans. I don't hate the Patriots, but it was about fucking time to get somebody new winning this shit. That shit got old real quick. But anyway, let's talk about the other shit that went down because there's some actual shit that we both know and can talk about went down on Saturday.
Yeah, me talking about the also NFL, somebody got power bombed and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruh. Yeah, he's got slammed in his head. It's fine. Right. So the first thing I want to talk about is Valentina Shevchenko's debut at 125. Have you seen? You went and watched some of the highlights and everything like that. And what was your thoughts on the fight first and foremost?
Mismatch as fuck. So I went back and actually found the fight on YouTube allegedly, and I watched the entire thing. And I haven't seen a mismatch this bad in a while. Like last mismatch we saw like this was like DC Ozdemir, but even that was less of a mismatch than this, right? Like this girl had no business being in there with Bullet. Like there's no. This is worse than CM Punk and what's his face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mickey Gall.
Thank you, Mickey Gall. This is worse than that. Like it was a spanking, but you got to give that girl a whole lot of credit for two things. One, the busted knee. She's got like a torn ACL or something like that. She had a blown knee. Yeah. She followed the blown knee. And 2, she survived murder because Mario Yamasaki can't rep for shit. Like, how many times we gotta get like a near murder in the cage before we tell this guy to kick rocks?
So I'm gonna pose a double-edged question here.
This guy. Here we go. Okay.
No. I'm just trying to be fair.
I'm just fucking with you. I got you.
Because Dana White was very outspoken about his thoughts on Yamasaki's refereeing, saying that it was disgusting, and it's just ridiculous that this guy is putting fighters at risk in the way that he is.
Right.
Some people are saying it's all good and well blaming the referee, but you should blame the matchmakers first.
I believe that too.
With that same thing said, do you think it's more the referee's fault because during the fight when it's so one-sided and there's unnecessary damage, you're the last line of defense to protect the fighter, not the fighter themselves? You also have the coaches, which obviously are to blame too, but the ref is the last line of defense for a fighter's health. On the flip side, we know that it's going to be a mismatch because we're talking about the number 1 bantamweight. But at the end of the day, when the fight is made and they've decided it, should it really be down to the matchmakers to really care what happens per se after they've both signed for it and they're in the cage, they're both fighting? Should it really be the referee's decision then, rather than whoever match made the fight?
Well, look, it's like you said, referee's the last line of defense, right? His or her sole job is safety of the fighter, right? Now, I get it. Coaches, I think coaches should be allowed to throw the towel whether or not the fucking fighter likes it. Eat a dick. Look, we're watching you get your ass whooped. We give a fuck about you. We see you every day. We actually know you well. You're basically like family to us. I'm going to throw the towel if I see you getting your ass whooped. So you could go that way too, but their sole job is to train you. The matchmakers make the fights. They're fucked up that they made this fight. Yeah, what the fuck were they thinking? But we don't have Joe Silva in there no more. But who, by the way, honestly, probably like the best matchmaker they've ever had, right? It was the only one. Because Sean Shelby does a well enough job, but I think he's getting out of hand a little bit with shit like this. But their job is to make the fight. Do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? Right? Sign the shit. Let's get going. Right?
Exactly.
The ref's sole job is fighter safety. That's his only job. You know how to make those memes? Like you had one job. Mario Yamasaki, you had one job, dog. And here's the thing. A lot of people are expressing outrage because Dana White did. I didn't even know Dana White said anything about it. I was kind of annoyed that I hadn't heard from him yet. So that's good that he said something. I have to go read up on it later.
Yeah.
But I was just, dude, watching that was just like, all right, are you gonna stop it yet, or how much more damage does she have to take? You know what I mean? It's like almost
120 strikes to 3.
Enough said. Mismatch, absolutely. A little bit of blame everywhere, but most of the blame, in my opinion, goes to the ref for just not stopping it. I can't. Yamasaki's done this long enough with the stupid little heart shit that he does before the fight starts. He's done this shit long enough to know when a fighter's done. There's no way he didn't know. He has no heart. And maybe he was trying to give her more and more chances to do something. But come on, dude. At some point, you got to be like, all right, that's good right there.
I'm trying to find the exact quote that he said.
Dana?
Yeah, because I thought it was interesting that he actually said what he said.
Hope Yamasaki don't have Twitter, man, because he's probably getting murdered.
He basically said, you showed so much heart to the girl who got her ass kicked and toughness in that fight. I'm honored to have you fight in the UFC. Unfortunately, the ref is there to protect you, and Mario, in capitals, did not do that. This isn't his first disgusting performance in the octagon. Another unfortunate thing is that I can't do anything about it. Only the Brazilian Commission can. And I am hoping after this scary, incompetent showing, he hopefully will never set foot in that octagon again. Strikes landed was 230 to 3.
What the fuck? All right. First of all, I have zero faith in the Brazilian Commission. Zero.
Obviously.
Two reasons. Well, 3 reasons. They let everyone get away with juicing. Okay. 2, the judging on the Tim Means fight.
I knew you were
I watched that whole fight. I'm like, what the fuck were they watching? And the fact that they let a middleweight get in there with Desmond Green. That was fucked up. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like, you miss weight that badly and you get in there and they let you fucking do that. California wouldn't have allowed that shit. California would have been like, kick rocks, dude, you're out. Sorry, Desmond. Someone will come in. By the way, Desmond Green's a game fighter. He'll fucking fight anybody. The UFC goes,
oh, pretty good as well.
Yeah, he did great. I thought he had a chance. You know what I mean? I thought he had a chance. I thought, but it's weird that judges don't. It's not weird. It's just there's a lot of debate whether or not judges should take the fact that this fighter missed weight into accounting, into consideration when they do their scores. Because people agree with that and they don't. What pissed me the fuck off about that was that son of a bitch fucking celebrated that shit. That pissed me off. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But like the Brazilian Commission, zero faith. He'll be back in there. They don't give a fuck.
It's just disappointing though, because at the end of the day, it's the last line of defense, as we say, and people don't deserve this. Exactly,
100%. I mean, you could add that to the fucking don't leave it to the hands of the judges. That shouldn't be a thing. Shit like that. So it's ridiculous.
So you mentioned obviously the partial refereeing. What did you think to the Lyoto Machida fight? Did you think that was justified? Because I thought it was very close.
I thought it was very close, and I leaned Anders a little bit. I leaned towards Anders a little bit, but at that point it was so close. Like you knew that Brazil was gonna yeah, we're gonna go with our guy. Like you knew as soon as the fight ended, Lyoto's got it. Even though everyone, like I was talking to people on Twitter last night because I actually caught some, or Saturday night I caught like the last couple of rounds, right? And I remember I was watching it and I was tweeting, people were tweeting about it. And at the end, it's like, all right, if something, whatever score they had, Eric Anders, but Lyoto's gonna get the win. Totally agree with that. I was like, oh fuck yeah, it's too close. And look, in Brazil, if it's close, it's going over the Brazilian. Like that's why, in my opinion, you only match up Brazilians.
If I remember correctly, prior to the card this weekend, only 2 Brazilians had won all year.
Yeah, they wanted a W, man. Look,
they're walking away with like 7 Ws.
Right. Like I'll tell you what, shit. If you take Cain Velasquez to Mexico and he fights Mauricio Verdum and they go 5 full rounds and it's that close, that who's gonna win that shit. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make any sense. If you and I'm not saying that the U.S. doesn't do that. I'm sure the states do that. In fact, the states have the worst judging ever. Like, here's the difference: in Brazil and Mexico and other countries, it might be like a corrupt, like we're going towards our guy type of fucking judge. And in the U.S., we're incompetent judges. So we got like idiots in the states judging, and we got fucking corrupt assholes in everywhere else. So it's like you can't win.
I saw today, just because you mentioned Cain Velasquez, I think it was MMA History Today. They posted a little poll, which was who is the most exciting heavyweight of all time, like champion, I believe it was said. Ooh. I think it was Junior Dos Santos, Verdum, Cain Velasquez, or Stipe.
Wow,
man. I have to say Stipe based on the finishes and the excitement of each individual fight, because bear in mind how many knockouts he's had back to back, apart from this last one. But in fairness, it was an intense fight from beginning to end.
To me, it's always been Cain, but to me, I'd have to say like Stipe and Cain, but with Stipe a little higher. For the fact that Stipe gets finishes like early, and they're always like, and his finishes are like chaotic, like fucking running backwards. Verdum eat a shit, eat a dick, bow. You know what I mean? Yeah, no judges here, bitch. Bow, you're done.
Just this. Wow.
Yeah. Over him, welcome to my house, bitch. Bow, like done. You know what I mean? And then what he did with Francis Ngannou, like that was exciting. The whole okay. First of all, fuck you if you thought that was a wrestle fuck. Eat a dick. That's how you beat Ngannou. I don't give a shit. Second of all, it's not like he was hugging him and humping him on the ground. There was punches, elbows, everything. That dude was exhausted punching the shit out of Francis Ngannou, and he was still going in the 5th round. So fuck off. But
it's like hitting a fucking house.
Exactly. Over that, to me, that fight was exciting because that was just like, oh shit, you're just waiting for Ngannou to get back up and hit a haymaker.
And that's the thing, Ngannou copped him a couple of times. Every round, it seemed to hit him once, and Stipe was like, whoa, no. No,
we're going to the ground.
Get your big ass man down.
Yeah, we're going to the ground now, dog. That's what we're doing.
I feel so sorry for European fighters because you guys have had this advantage of like wrestling for like the past 20, 30 years. It's ingrained in MMA. Whereas like over here, it's kind of like, nah, stand and bang, bro.
Stand and bang.
There's so many fighters. If you look at like the UK and the rest of Europe, and you look at all the styles, and you look predominantly 90% of them, 95% of them are all strike based, and it's like as soon as they come against like a real high level grappler,
game. Yeah. No, dude, fucking. It's just. But man, I every time Kane fought, like maybe because he's my favorite fighter, it was like one of my favorite fighters. It's because and there's like a little bit of pride in that one. It's just like with Bisping with you, right? To me, every time Kane fought, it was just like, oh man, he's carrying everybody. Let's do this shit, right? Let's do it. It's our boy. So to me, that was more exciting. But if I looked at it objectively without that in it, I'd have to go Stipe 1A and Kane for me 1B. And honestly, I enjoyed JDS's fights because you fucking never know what the hell's gonna happen. That being said, most boring heavyweight champion.
Tim Sylvia.
Brock, man.
Really?
Yeah, dude. He would just take you down and the usual, meet cleavers to the face.
Bro, you can't say that.
No. Hear me out first before you say the Stipe thing. All right, you said I know what you're saying.
No. I was gonna say.
What?
I was gonna say about the fucking I forgot his name now. The one where he nearly got knocked out by Cowan. Him and Cowan was fucking exciting.
Oh, I forgot that fight. Okay, I take it back. Most boring heavyweight champion. Yeah, Tim Sylvia.
Yeah.
That being said, that motherfucker broke his arm and wanted to keep going. I don't know why they didn't. They should just let that fucker keep going.
Because his arm was like that.
Right, but let's stop and fight after his arm waves a little longer. Like, see what he can do. What if he wanted to hit or quit us with the other arm, huh?
Put him because he was taking the.
Yeah, he was fucked up. He's getting fucked up.
Taking that arm home, bro.
Yeah, he's getting fucked up. What about Frank Mir?
Yeah.
I never liked Frank Mir, to be honest with you.
I think he's over. I don't want to say overrated because I'll get so much hate for that. I think that he's talented, but I don't think he's as talented as some of the other champions we've had. I'll say that much.
Okay, I'm gonna totally throw the show off because I just remembered something. So we were having this debate earlier today on Cage Side Press, and my boy Tony was. I'm gonna throw his name out there. He knows it. Hopefully he's watching. But he was saying, and he might agree with him because I kind of do. As far as the Bellator welterweight division and the UFC welterweight division, which one to you is better? Because he argued Bellator, and I see his point. But I don't fully agree. I don't fully agree, but I'm leaning like, okay, he has a point. The problem is a lot of those guys aren't like Michael Venom Page isn't really tested. He isn't proven.
Yeah, exactly. I think the thing is with the UFC is every one of their top guys has been beaten by a UFC guy. So like, I know some of those have been obviously beaten some of the UFC guys because they were in there, but like it's like all the guys that went over there never got the strap. So they couldn't beat the top. It's that age-old thing. I think it was Ric Flair who said it. To be the man, you've got to beat the man.
Beat the man.
And it's like all those guys that go over there, I look and I kind of go, as great as they are, it's like you never beat the guy who was the champion. Do you know what I mean? So I have to lean to and it's just a scrape. It's just a scrape because I think to myself, what would happen if Rory fought against Woodley now?
Woodley, yeah, I think Woodley would take that fight, not dominantly whatsoever, but he'd be more careful. You remember that fight? He took a few more chances than he normally does. I mean, than he does now. Actually, a lot more chances than he does now. So
it's
yeah,
the Max Holloway Conor thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like everyone's like, "Yo, Max Holloway would smash Conor now," and I'm like, "Whoa, let's just breathe a second," because like Conor still knows how to beat Max. Max hasn't beaten Conor, so there's a psychological thing.
Right. What I don't like about that, though, is we move on a little bit real quick, just to tie this one up. Like, I don't disagree with the fact that the Bellator welterweight division might be just as competitive, but I think if you had a little more proven guys, you'd be, I think, a little bit better. But I mean, we'll see. But I'm also one, and people are always like, "Oh, Bellator's going to catch up. They'll catch up to UFC." Go fuck yourselves until you actually do a live event everywhere where it's live for everybody. I mean, you get it 8 days later. I get it 4 hours after it started. All right, UFC doesn't have that problem. So you want to fucking catch up, do the little things right first, and then start catching up, fuckers. Anyway, but and that's a Viacom thing, honestly. That's a Viacom thing. Anyway, but moving onto the Conor McGregor thing. I thought it was. A lot of people thought it was funny. I thought it was dumb that he kind of shit on Max Holloway for pulling out of that fight.
Yeah, but Max has been taking babs at him as well.
Yeah, and that's fair enough, I guess. But like, no one saw the Max Holloway shit. Not many people saw it.
Yeah,
everybody saw Connor's.
The thing is, though, is like the difference is right. This is how I look at it, and I say this to my friend, one of my friends, all the time, because he's like, "Yo, why does Connor just come out with random stuff?" And I'm like, because he's literally setting a piece of the world on fire, and then he takes himself and he walks out of the room. It's like he's like an arsonist. He literally walks into a building, sets a piece of it on fire, and leaves. He literally will take his phone. He'll go, Max Holloway. Okay. And then he'll be like, he'll do his little thing, put a little picture of him like beating up fucking Max. He'll literally go out of Twitter and it'll blow up. Impressions and fucking.
Dude, it's so insane. The shit that he's been putting up about Floyd. Like, Floyd finished him in that fight. It was a finish in that fight, and he's still coming out with this, like, Floyd bending over in front of him and shit. And I'm like, I got a good laugh out of those. I'm not gonna lie, but still, I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, all right, hey, keep it up. Just don't try to send me a second fight, please.
That's the only thing I'm scared of, because apparently there was rumors that on Floyd Mayweather's podcast, or some people on his podcast spoke about that the reason why Triple G and Canelo are not fighting at a certain venue is because Dana White is in talks with Money Promotions, whatever they're fucking called, Money Team Promotions, about booking another fight there. So people are putting 2 and 2 and saying they might be doing a second Conor Floyd fight.
Hopefully not.
I'm hoping. I am not. As much as I enjoyed the hype. I enjoyed the excitement. I got to see what we did. No, but it was great to see that, like, finally boxing took notice of MMA. Forget Conor, forget Floyd, forget the names. Just look, and finally our sport was up alongside. We were the bastard stepchild, and now we started taking roids, and now we could beat up or at least compete with our older brother.
You know what's funny though, but in that older brother type of mentality. In my opinion, on the whole thing, in hindsight now, obviously hindsight 2020, I think boxing took an L, like a really nice one too. Had Mayweather somehow got caught by some ridiculous left hand and got knocked out by McGregor, that would have been a giant L for boxing. The fact that the fight was even made, to me, was a little bit of an L for boxing, but also the fact that now it's like people are watching boxing again, but it's because little brother MMA got in there with them, not because boxing's still boxing, because MMA made it more interesting.
They reminded me it was there.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit, this is still here. All right, cool. You know what I mean? It's just, Anthony Joshua. Yeah, fuck it, let's watch this dude. You know, RJ Ward. Well, RJ's not retired, but RJ Ward. Yeah, fuck it, let's do this shit. So I thought it was pretty funny. In hindsight, I think MMA came out looking like a shiny turd in manner of speaking.
I just personally, I hope that, as a fan, I'm glad that we got to see it, because we got an answer. It was kind of, in a sense, like I kind of willed to kind of go, right, maybe Conor could do it. And there were certain aspects that made me to believe it. Hindsight 2020, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, though, is like, the one cool thing I like about it is the fact that, like, we answered that question, could, an MMA competitor even remotely last? People were putting on that Conor wouldn't last the first round, the first minute, the first 30 seconds. So it was kind of like, it was funny because boxing just thought that, like, this MMA guy couldn't even compete, but he managed to stay in, and people can say whatever they want. Oh, he let him stay in there for as long as he could so he could gas him out. All right, then, if you say so, whatever. But the thing is, though, is it's easy to say that once it's happened. Now, I hope that we never get to see a Conor Floyd boxing match again, ever. And I'm going to say this. I hope that we never have to do the talking about Conor versus Floyd in MMA. But a part of me really hopes that it does happen, just so that we can see Conor double leg him and just I
want to see a devastating head kick knockout.
I just want him to literally. I want him to look like fucking Damien. I want him to look like T Ortiz. Like, I'm talking like TRT Ortiz, whatever you want to fucking call him. I want him to just ground and pound Mayweather for fucking 25 minutes. That's all I want. I want Cain Velasquez on Junior Dos Santos just grinding him out, beating him up. That's what I want. That's just me.
Yo, real quick, because I just put this out on Twitter. Submission Underground Grappling. You remember them?
Yeah.
They're still around and everything. They're doing they're. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying. So, hey, look, backhanded compliment. They just announced that they're gonna have an 8-man tournament. I think at 205 pounds, brown belts. EBI rules on April 15th. If you're a submission fan, that should be pretty good, depending on who they get at brown. But there's a lot of good brown belt heavyweights, so that'd be legit as fuck. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the MMA fight either. Like, I just because I think we're almost doing them a favor. Like, here, this boxer coming in. By the way, boxing. Like, no, stop doing them favors. But I do want to see some insane, like, fucking switch kick, head kick, knockout, and where Floyd just looks like he goes down like Sugar Rashad with a dirt face, and he's like, yeah, on the way down and shit, and then just make that a meme forever. That'd be awesome. But other than that,
so that you can fight in boxing, but this is MMA.
Yeah, or better, or even better. Because look, Conor. First of all, people are saying that Conor doesn't have a ground game. Go fuck yourselves. He's good ground game, right?
Let's not forget he wrestled fucked the shit out of Max Holloway with one leg.
With one leg, okay. Second of all,
English. He's Irish.
Yeah, it's not even, and it's not like he fucking doesn't train. This dude trains all the time still. So, and he fucking trained with Eddie Bravo for a little bit. He went over to 10th Planet for a minute when he was in the States or whatever. Yeah. And if Eddie Bravo says he's got a ground game, I'm taking his word for it. All right.
What's really scary is the thing that Eddie Bravo's probably got that video footage from the CCTV. He's like, I'm going to keep this just in case you ever have to fight.
Yeah. Hey, Tony, film study? Yeah. That's what's going to happen. But that being said, it'd be great if he not even takes like Floyd down, just like chops his leg up on the stupid boxing stance, takes his back and like gets a rear naked choke in, and it squeezes it and lets it go. And it squeezes it and lets it go. And it squeezes it and lets it go. So like right before Floyd's about to tap, he just lets it go. And then just cranks it on him like Nate did to him, just like bitch, and just fucking put him to sleep. Like, don't even let it go, just put him to sleep. It'd be awesome. That being said, I don't really care to see it, but whatever. Yeah, man, if it happens, hey, like their boxing match, if it happens, it happens, man. Fuck it.
Yeah, it'd just be for funsies. What do you think to the whole Max Holloway pulling out? So potentially, they are working to trying to make Frankie Edgar versus Brian Ortega.
Oh God, I think I just said Brian Ortega.
Why would you think
somebody fucking put it like, oh man, Nate wants to save 222. He should get it against Frankie. And I'm like, you do realize 222 is like real soon. Nate walks around at about 160, 170, no, like 170, 175, maybe more. Let's say 180. Let's see, he walks around at 185, right? 180
because he's a heavyweight.
Let's go. Yeah, right. He's like 3 times. He's like 8 times my size, bro. But let's say he walks around at 180. To get down to 155 from 180 in like 3 weeks time or 4 weeks time. No, that's not. I don't care how vegan he is. That ain't happening. You know what I mean? That being said, the Brian Ortega Frankie Edgar matchup is really fun for me because it's Frankie Edgar's wrestling that everyone talks about, right? But he can use it all he wants to. How many times have we seen Brian Ortega do some nasty shit off his back? But yeah, put him on his back. Go for it. Triangle, armbar. Fucking, watch him get guillotine. Watch him get crazy and do an omoplata or some shit. You know what I mean? Or Barada Plata. You can go crazy with the fucking jiu-jitsu terms immediately. You know what I mean? But it's still, or some like crazy Richie Martinez type of omoplata with the fucking foot under the neck and he puts you to sleep like that.
Go.
You get your go. You get your shoulder fucked up and you get choked out. Be nasty. Richie taught me that shit. Shout out to Richie Martinez. He's the man. Yeah, he's actually coming to Phoenix for another seminar. I can't wait in March. I'm going to that shit. It's always fun for someone to see someone like that's like probably walks around at like heavyweight-ish. Be able to do some of that shit. And I'm like, fuck yeah, man, let's do this. Anyway, by the way, I would love to go to Dean Lister seminar. That'd be legit as fuck. A big ass dude.
Dude. Right now.
Right? Anyway, all right, moving on. But look, man, for Max Holloway to pull out of a fight means he's actually injured. Like this, it's a fucking injury. But I heard also that he might be sick. You know what I mean? Yeah. Did you hear about that? Did they reveal the source? Because first I heard he's injured. Now I heard he's sick. He had chickenpox or something.
I heard that he had a staph infection that's led to him getting chickenpox. That's what I've heard.
Okay, that's really bad. Like that's bad enough to pull out. Fuck that. That's pretty shitty. To get healthy in time for a fight, to cut weight, to keep training is impossible. Not impossible. It's really difficult.
It's very difficult.
Exactly. So you got to keep in mind when Max Holloway doesn't pull out of fights, he's fought in there ridiculous. We just like Conor with stupid shit, right? But so I don't at all take away anything from Max Holloway for that. That being said, if Brian Ortega fight against Frankie Edgar cannot main event that card.
Exactly.
Like, if you're gonna do that, fight night that bitch or UFC on Fox that thing. But who do you throw in there? Now Nate's saying he wants to step up and fight somebody. That fight will be at 170. That ain't gonna be a 155 fight. But
talks of him versus Eddie Alvarez. That's the fight that's being talked about between Nate Diaz.
I would be okay with that if it wasn't for the fact that he's running from Dustin Poirier. Not running. He just for some reason doesn't want to fight Dustin. He's ducking. There you go. He's ducking. I don't understand that. Why wouldn't you want to get that cleared up? You know what I mean? Like, it was an illegal strike and somehow you got away with that shit. Like, you should have taken an L that night. Now, what was the end? Did it end up being he took a W?
Yeah, well, no, I think it was a no contest. I think it was took as a no contest.
Yeah, why you running, dude? Fucking clear that shit up. Get your W back. And
it's like, the thing is, though, is it wasn't like Eddie Alvarez wasn't competitive at certain points during that fight. It wasn't it wasn't going back and forth. It was going back and forth. So it wasn't we're going Dustin Poirier was, dominating. You got like unlucky, and you know what I mean. It's like this was a very competitive fight. So
absolutely, winner. Absolutely, I'm not questioning that whatsoever. That being said, it's an unfinished fight. Take
the fight.
Yeah, it's an unfinished fight. In my opinion, you got to finish up before you move on. But he don't want to. He wants to get paid. Hey, first of all, should have thought about that when you were like, no, I don't want to redo my contract with the Conor fight. It's gonna be easy money. Idiot. Second of all, I don't want Eddie Alvarez near any Nate fight for one specific reason. He brings the Banshee with him to the fucking fight, and I gotta hear, man, hey, man, like screaming and piercing in my fucking soul. It hurts to hear that. And I know it's his chick. Stop it.
I'd probably have to hear the same from you though if like Nate and Conor fought again and Nate won.
If Nate beat Conor?
Yeah, in the third fight.
Well, goddamn right, because you fucking think Conor McGregor's unbeatable. So, yeah.
Oh Christ! Can you imagine the only two people to ever defeat Conor McGregor were Nate and Floyd.
Nate, Floyd, and who's the other cat that got him in Cage Warriors?
Oh, Joe Duffy.
Duffy. Where's that motherfucker? I haven't seen a guy in forever.
He signed a new contract because I remember his last fight was that London card, the back end of last year. And then he was signing new contracts. He had to sit it out, didn't he? You know, like with if you're not going to sign, you have to sign it out, and then you can wait for 3 months till Bellator come knocking at your door, and then you can start talking to other people and stuff. So he did that, and I know that he signed a new contract with the UFC, but I don't know when his next fight is. I'm going to Google that right now.
I could have sworn I heard that. At least I heard rumors of him wanting to come back, but other than that, man.
His next fight, let's see what's cracking right now.
And no joke, Submission Underground Matchmaker doesn't look like she rolls, but she probably does. I'm just saying.
I don't think she does because I've seen her.
Okay, yeah, in that case, I'm going to go with you because I don't think she rolls. I don't know why she's matchmaking shit. Anyway.
Oh, no, he fought in November. He fought November 4th. He lost to James Vick.
Way to not fucking promote that fight. I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, UFC 217.
Okay.
The New York card.
New York. Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, he got taken out by punches.
I remember that.
He's a good fighter, man. He's just not that good. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's like gatekeepers and like mid guys, like, and he's like one of those dudes.
Yo, I forgot that Submission Underground also has ring girls.
Yo, don't get started on ring girls again, my guy. We went through this on Triggered.
Yo, this girl definitely don't train. Anyway, all right. Moving on. Moving on. I'm all about equality, my friend, but that's just too funny to not say. Look, maybe she should train. Okay, I gotta stop. Anyway, all right. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, look into it, my guy.
Yeah, just look into it. Just look into a membership.
Oh shit.
No, fuck that. If you're gonna be the matchmaker for fucking Submission Underground, shouldn't you know how to Submission Underground? Shouldn't you know how to submit somebody? I'm just kidding. Maybe she does. I might be full of shit. I might be.
Imagine if she was like a legit black belt and you're talking wild.
Exactly. Well, I'm totally backtracking now.
She's gonna come through to fucking Arizona and fuck you up, my guy.
Arizona. I'm in fucking California, bro. Anyway.
All right, my
bad. Just kidding. I'm playing. This is all for fun.
I was thinking then, yeah. Whoa, yeah.
What? Yeah, I am in Arizona.
Look at you trying to stay under the grid now. The fucking matchmaker's coming through. She's gonna send some homies to jack you out.
She knows I'm playing, probably. Anyway,
look at you trying to act all smooth and shit now.
It's all jokes, folks. It's jokes. Anyway. What else are we gonna hit today on the?
What was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh, by the way, I saw Sage Northcutt talking on
talking shit
on the MMA hour, and that guy might be the nicest guy on the entire planet.
He really is, man, and it weirds me out. I feel like there's something wrong with that dude. Like maybe he needs help.
This is something I was gonna mention to you. Cody has said that he's willing to give a percentage of his purse to fight TJ.
Cody Garbrandt?
Yes, sir.
I bet he did. I bet he wants to do that. He wants to get that L back. That was embarrassing. You said all that shit, homie.
And he almost finished him in the first round.
Agreed, 100%. I thought he was going to finish him. That bell saved his ass. But
everybody needs to, because I'm sick of seeing that. Like, people are like, yo, just hold that L, dude. Like, you lost that fight. Yeah. You got smashed, you got knocked out, dude. It's like, yeah, he almost knocked out the guy as well. It's
Look,
like people are acting as if like he got pieced up.
Here's the difference, in my opinion. Cody was about to finish TJ. Okay, in the first round. In the second round, Cody got caught. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think Cody got caught. I don't think TJ did. I think TJ was getting fucked up at the end of that round. Okay. But I thought Cody got caught. So I think he wants to get that win back. He wants to get that W. But TJ's not gonna give him that fight. He's not gonna give him a fight just because he's a dick. And he wants somehow, and supposedly like Demetrius Johnson, I don't know what camp it came out of. I think DJ said it, but supposedly they're already in like contract negotiations.
Yeah, he said it on the stream. He said it on.
Okay, well there you go. They're in contract negotiations. Look, man, you're not making money with that fight alone. Like, if that fight was the headliner of UFC 222, you'd have me, you watching the hardcores, and nobody else. You know what I mean? That's just being honest, dude. And I love DJ. And TJ's a bad motherfucker. But you got to package that with a big card. That's got to be like the co-main of a big card, man. Like the July card, where they're going to do Stipe DC, do TJ DJ, and I bet you they get crazy and try to do that Cyborg Nunes fight on the same card. God, yeah, you know what's fucked up? I love a stat card, but at the same time I don't, because then it leaves all these other cards empty. You know what I mean? Like there's too many fucking events. There's just too fucking many.
223 is going to be absolutely stacked.
223 is going to be stacked. 222 is like, oh shit. 221, dead in the water. Let's be honest.
Dead.
I would love to see Rocco. I'm going to watch Rocco Romero. I don't want to pay $60 to do it.
Right, Romero wins that fight. Romero fights Bisbee for the undisputed death of a nation title.
That'd be great. Speaking of Bisping, Mr. Lyoto Machida is like, Mega Bisping. Actually, no, it sounds like GSP. Mega Bisping. I can't do it.
Performance.
Yeah. I'm not the best of your performance. Come fight me, Lyoto the Dragon Machida. No, hey, for real though, when is UFC London again? Because I think if Lyoto took a bit of damage in this fight though, so I think it'd be very difficult to get him in there right away. But him and Bisping,
he's not facing him at UFC London. That's not happening.
When is that card though?
It's like March 17th, I believe.
Oh, it's too close.
That's not happening in the slightest.
It'd be awesome though.
I think he's looking at that back end, UK date and going, let's make Manchester happen.
What day is it? Manchester?
Yeah, they'll do it. They'll do an end of year UK. They always do the UK in like November-ish or like September-ish.
Where is Bisping from?
Manchester.
Is it? Okay, fuck them. Make that card and put him and Lyoto on there.
Manchester, man, because then you can have Darren Till as the co-main event. That's fucking Liverpool come over, and then it'll just be wild as fuck. You'll have loads of Scousers, loads of Mancs, and it'll be just fucking chaos.
And then fucking like after the card, everyone will just fight each other in the street.
Yep. Yep, pretty much.
Don't go to that shit. Stay home, dog.
No, I'll be fine because I'm not from neither, so it's fucking all right. I'll duck out quick with the quickness.
Yeah. Where you from? Where you from? Not here or Manchester. All right, cool.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, you know what, right? Even if I just turned around and went, they'd be like, all right, yeah. I'd be just gone with the quickness. Like, I ain't fucking around. Like, when we were at the Manchester one last time, dude, because it was like 6 o'clock in the morning when it all finished, there were people throwing up everywhere because they'd done an all-nighter and stuff like that. It was insane, the states of people that we saw. There was a guy who behind us who was annoying as fuck, which was brilliant, though, because we actually walked past him on the way out, hurling his guts up literally in a grave outside of the venue. Fucking brilliant.
No, here at UFC Phoenix, I remember watching like after the fight, I think it was the first JDS Stipe fight way back in like 2013, 15, something like that. They fought and the card were walking out, and Nate had fought Benson Henderson, I think, on that. No, yeah, Benson Henderson on that card. Anyway, so I watched the Diaz brothers just walk out with their just to whatever card they were. I'm like, oh, that's nah, dude. I was just like, oh, well, that's them. Like, whatever. Anyway, hater. Anyway, no more of a boner than you would get if Connor walked in front of you, bitch. Anyway, yeah, you know it. Anyway, but fucking outside the fucking venue, we saw I guess I got a couple fighting each other, right? And the dude's like talking. He goes, "Well, hit me then. If you hit me that much, hit me." She fucking decked him and dropped him, and then ran off because the cops started running over. She fucking took off in heels and shit. That bitch was running like a fucking cheetah on heels. It's crazy. It was nuts. Anyway, anything else we got to hit?
What was the other thing? There was something I meant to mention as well. Something else real quick. There's something I was going to cover with you as well. What do you think to fucking Dodson as well, not getting his fucking pay and then getting his pay, then not getting his pay?
Look at Desmond Green. First of all, sorry, different point. People were bitching about Dodson not taking the fight. And I'm like, go fuck yourselves. That guy's going to be like 150 when he gets in the cage. Dodson will be like at 145, maybe 140. Okay. Probably 140. I don't think Dodson cuts very much to get to 135. I don't know for sure. That being said, the other guy's going to be huge. Okay. You want to know why he didn't take that fight? Look at Desmond Green against Michael Prazeres. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Second of all, was it official he didn't get paid?
Apparently, they said that they were going to sort it. So, like, there might be some form of payment, but they haven't disclosed.
Like half a fucking win bonus or half a purse or some shit?
It'll probably be like half a show bonus. It'll probably be like half of your Reebok money.
But we got to figure that shit out. Someone's got to figure that bullshit out. Because the way the UFC's gotten out of giving them their show money is if they offer them somebody and they turn it down. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they've been giving. Like, look, man, yeah, we don't have to pay him. We offered him a fight. He didn't take it. Like, that's a cop-out, dude. Like, he did the job. He completed his side of the contract. Like, that's a fucking cop-out. And if that's what we're going to do, you guys start paying more, dude. Fuck that. You guys are paying these guys way more.
I completely agree. There's one more thing that I actually have found what I remember what I was going to talk to you about. What? Did you see the footage of Khabib recently?
Oh, I did not, but by your smirk, it's either him getting his ass whooped or he like dressed like a chick and is like walking around.
Jesus Christ, dude, what are you thinking?
I don't know. Dude. I was watching Joe Rogan. Hey, I was watching JRE episodes with Eddie Bravo before the show.
Yeah, I'm saying, Khabib goes into an SUV of sorts with one of his training partners or associates, whatever, and a phone call begins, and he has it on loudspeaker.
Okay.
It's the nose, Ariel Helwani.
Okay.
Ariel Helwani doesn't know it's being recorded whilst on the phone.
Okay. What do you say?
He starts saying to him, like, are you willing, like, Khabib starts saying to him, are you willing to beg? And Helwani's like, I'll beg. He says, like, I'll do whatever you want. Like, I'll beg. You know what I mean? He says, I'll come and clean your house. And he turns around he turns around and his friend who's there turns around and says, you clean my car? And he goes, I'll clean your car or I'll clean your house. I'll do anything for you, Khabib. And Khabib is like, anything, and he's like, I'll even wrestle a bear, and he's like, you would not wrestle a bear. I'm just like, oh, fucking Khabib's like, I take that shit seriously, bro. Like, I did that. I lived that life.
That's so
but
fucking.
It's the fact that in that phone call, Ariel Helwani says, I am willing to beg.
To get him on the show.
To get the scoop.
Oh, the scoop?
Mm.
Well, look, man. Did you see that tweet? Saw a tweet not too long ago, maybe last week. That one fella was saying after the fucking Royal Rumble, I think it was, that dude tweeted out, "We'll pay money for an insider source for wrestling." You see that tweet? Okay. I wonder if that phone call ended and he texted like, "I'll pay you this much." You know what I mean? Look, this shit, for anyone that doesn't know, all right, and I hate to fucking say this shit because it's gonna add to that fake news bullshit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this in real quick because Raider just turned around and said Helwani was ready to give a hand job.
Oh, dude, Helwani was ready to put out, man. Helwani was ready to hoe out for that shit. Dude, I'm telling you, man. That dude, his lips are way too red for his face. Like, I'm just saying. All right, look, he had a lot of guests on his show, I heard today. So, you know, he's probably fucking, his throat hurts a little bit. But regardless, it's fucking. But regardless, like, that shit happens a lot, man. It happens. There's a lot of unethical shit going down, especially with sources and shit. You know what I mean? That, and it's a matter of time. Not even a matter of time. That's never gonna stop. I'm not gonna bullshit. Look, as long as you keep paying fighters like shit, you're gonna have some low-level fighter, some low-level like UFC guy who just happens to have his ear on the ground and knows about everything. You know, and be like, hey man, I'll give you a couple grand here and there a month or whatever the money may be, just to throw a couple scoops my way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I still want to know if it's true about only like 5 people knowing about Brock Lesnar, because Joe Rogan didn't know. Okay. But about the 5 people that knew about Brock Lesnar, I want to know who it was that was telling Helwani shit, because you haven't heard many scoops from Helwani in a long time, right? Like, when's the last time we got a Helwani scoop? It's been a long time. Now, who's getting the scoops now? Not really Brett Okamoto. It's okay. Well, the showborn lady who
he's literally talking to Dana as he's announcing.
Yeah, he's getting him. He's getting the story like a minute or 2 before it's announced, basically. But literally like a minute or 2 before it's announced. He's
the main person who I keep on the guy who gets like a lot of scoops that, like, as far as like fights that are going to get announced and stuff is
Kings.
Kings. Yeah, MMA
Kings. Yeah. That dude, he does his job. He does really good work. But with that shit said though, like, look at who's getting the scoops now. MMA Kings on Twitter. You know what I mean? It's not none of these big guys anymore. It tells you something, man. It's the MMA media, I guess, game is changing ever so rapidly, and guys like Helwani are gonna get left behind. I'm telling you right now.
That's crazy to imagine.
I'm telling you right now. Like, there's guys that do these shows. It's online, like not like ours. Like, we're live right now. Like my live, the Keyboard Warriors live show is different. There's guys that do these shows that all they're doing is like talking news. Like, they literally go to a website and they read it off while people are on there talking shit. You know what I mean? And they put like a little comment section on the side, and it goes off like that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. So, you know, and it's entertainment though. That's entertainment. I mean, that's the difference between them and like Helwani. Helwani wants to be a news show, you know, in some way entertainment. This dude and people like this guy are super entertainment. Fair enough, dude. Go do you. I actually enjoy it. I'll watch it for like 5 minutes because actually a lot of this shit is funny. You know, but the game's changing, and soon enough it's gonna be like debate shows like fucking First Take. Yeah. It's gonna get dirty, and people are gonna bitch about it, but still gonna watch. It's what it is, man. At that point, the MMA association bullshit means totally, absolutely nothing.
Exactly. On that note, I just want to give a shout out to a sponsor starting off with Receptra, receptranaturals.com for all your CBD needs, guys, in the States. Make sure that you use the code word The Heel Hook. That's RECEPTRA. Naturals.com. You can get the oils, you can get the butters, you can get the balms, heal your body, mind, and soul with Receptra. Naturals.com. Use the code with The Heel Hook. Get yourself 10% off and heal your body. Make sure you also check out our second sponsor, which is Bain, bainstore.com. That's BAIN store.com for all your jiu-jitsu and athletic apparel. You can get rash guard spats, hoodies. You can get all the cool mugs with the white belt tiers. You can get like cool artwork as well. That's all jiu-jitsu inspired as well. And use the code word for 10% off, which is the heel hook. All one word, the same as the Receptra. The heel hook, 10% off. Use that shit, enjoy that shit, and get yourselves trained up and rolling and taken care of. Where can they find you at, Eddie?
Find me on Twitter at Elo31. Of course, Keyboard Warriors at Keyboard MMA. Keyboard Warriors MMA on Instagram and on iTunes. And yeah, we'll be back. We'll be live on Wednesday night. Keyboard Warriors live show.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll be back later on in the middle of the week, probably for another episode of Triggered. Plenty to talk about with certain people like Michael Rappaport talking about Janet Jackson, which we'll get into, and many other stories that'll be going on this week. Trailers been dropping, Super Bowl, all that good stuff. So we'll be recapping a lot of stuff on probably Wednesday or Thursday. But keep your eyes on Twitter for that. You can catch me at Ashley Lamprey. That's ASHLEYLAMPREY. That's on Twitter, and that is also on Instagram. You can find me on Snapchat at JustAshOfficial. You can find this channel, the Heel Channel _ on Twitter. You can also find us on iTunes and SoundCloud if you want to just listen to the audio. So make sure that you go over there, search the Heel Channel, pull that up real quick, and you can listen to all the audios as you are on the move. So from me and Eddie, as always, whether you're a lover, a fighter, or a hater,